DaBoii, how's it going?
Man, I'm doing good. What about yourself, man?
Man, I am pretty good. I'm
Yes,
good,
sir.
grinding. I see you doing your
Yeah,
thing, man.
trying
You've
to,
been,
man. Trying to kick that dough back down. That solo mentality, independent wave, you feel me? Just rocking.
yeah, man. I see you. I remember at one point it seemed like every week you were dropping a video. You was
Yeah.
on it.
Hey, I'm trying to get back to that point. I really got it, when I the thing about me, when I'm taking breaks, if I ain't dropping shit, that mean I'm recording. That mean I'm in studio mode. I'm recording. And when I get to recording and shit, that's when I be having so much shit and I drop like every week. Cause you feel me? I gotta stack up at first, load up, and then let all them bitches loose. Like I ain't gonna lie, like my first tape done, this house arrest shit, I'm already working on my second one. I really got hella tapes on the way, I ain't gonna lie. Collabs, hella shit. Hella shit. I've been working. I ain't never worked like this before in my life. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, so even back in the day when the
Yeah.
group was blowing up and everything.
I wasn't even working that hard back in the day. Like, you feel me? I'm working harder than what I was back then. I ain't gonna lie. I had to, you feel me, really train myself. It was easier back in the day. You ain't had to work that much, you feel me? Because it was 4 niggas. I wasn't good for shit but a verse. I wasn't doing no hooks. I ain't even know I do no hooks. I had to train myself, learn how to make hooks, you feel me? Find my sound in the studio, hella little shit. But that shit ended up paying off, though. I been putting in work, I ain't gonna lie. That's all I like to do now. I just go to the studio. Nigga, I don't like posting up, being outside no more. Like for real. I just be in the studio, and all I do is balance my time. I go to the studio, and I just be in my family for real. Back and forth. That's all that shit about.
Man, that's dope. That keeps you busy, man. Probably keeps you out of a lot of shit.
Hell yeah.
You
Hell
know.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, you're from Vallejo. I think
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
knows, man. Home of E40, Mac
Yeah,
Dre,
yeah.
big legends in the game.
Yes, sir, them boys.
What was it like for you growing up there?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, like, I feel like, I don't, I feel like everybody got the same little story in their own way, like, for real, you feel me? Like, you gonna go through your ups and downs, you feel me? You gonna go through your struggles, you gonna meet your high points, you gonna meet your low points, you feel me? You gonna get tested, you feel me? That's how you learn who you is, like, you feel me? Everybody gonna be a product of their environment, you feel me? It all depend on how your environment is, for real, like, that shit just regular, like, niggas just been through, you feel me, all types of battles, you feel me, little fights with they self, you feel me, wars, you feel me, you know how that type of shit go. But all that shit, when you make it out of that shit, that's what make a nigga who he is today, for real. The more you go through, and the more you go through, and the more you don't let it break you, you feel me, that's what make you a bigger, you feel me, that's what make you bigger than man, to me. Like, the more you go through, and the more you don't, as long as you don't fold, you went, damn, this nigga went through this, that, ooh, he ain't fold through none of that. Oh yeah, you feel me? That's respectable. You a man.
I hear that. Definitely, man. You gotta stay. Your ups and downs, your battles. Staying focused, still getting it.
Mamas.
Did you have any brothers and sisters?
I got a little sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to, that was my little sister. I ain't used to like her to have no boyfriends. My dad went to jail now so young, so I'm so young, he putting all this knowledge in my head. He telling a nigga like, whoop, you man of the house, you feel me? Nigga, Thailand, and I had no boyfriends, no this, no that, you feel me? I'm young, like, you feel me? I'm still growing, so, you feel me? When you young, you learn something, you gonna stick with that, you feel me? So I stuck with that at a young ass age. Like, I was playing father role to my sister and I was like 7 for real. Like, she had boyfriends, I'm yoking them. Like, we always went to different schools. I go up to her school, I'm checking little niggas, you feel me? Like, I hear her. I get a call, like, oh, your sister got a boyfriend, ooh. I'm like, oh, word? Yep, I go up to her. I was going to Vallejo Middle, she was going to charter school. I used to go up to the little charter school, check her little boyfriends, you feel me? See what type of time they on. But she ain't never had no gangster boyfriend for real, like, all squares, like, except for her last boyfriend, RP Jamari. That nigga was cool. I respect that nigga. He was a hustler too. But I ain't gonna lie, like all our other little niggas that she was fucking with growing up, squares.
You mentioned your dad
Yeah.
being in jail. Didn't you grow up without him most of your life?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
I mean, man, that shit was crazy. It was like, It's like a nigga beat, it's like a nigga there. You feel me? Then one day, well, I was used to my dad going to jail when I was young. Like, he'll always go to jail and be out in like a couple months or like maybe a year or something. Like, that shit, nigga was used to that shit. One day this nigga went down, he ain't never came out. Like, he always just tell a nigga on the phone, like, oh, don't trip, bro, I'm gonna be home soon. But I'm so young, I'm not noticing, I'm not knowing, like, that's what niggas say when they in jail. Nigga have life and be saying that shit, you feel me? Like, it's hope, like, you gotta have that hope. But I'm not noticing, I'm not knowing that he's saying this shit all off hope. I'm thinking it's facts, like, oh, he gonna be out in like a year or two. Like, I ain't never tripped. Like, the more older I got, like, that shit started hurting a nigga. And I eventually, like, stopped giving a fuck. Like, I got used to it. Like, you know, I ain't got no dad, nigga. I'm growing up and I know dad. I've been doing this, I've been doing that. Like, you feel me? I wasn't tripping. Like,
What did he go to jail for?
some pimping and some other shit. Like, I never really got too deep into that shit for real, cause like, me and my dad, I ain't gonna lie, we was growing up, we never used to talk for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I used to write hella letters, but like, I was so young and stubborn, like, I felt like I was my own man. Like, I don't know, like, I wasn't really worried about them letters. Like, I was too focused on what I was doing. Like, you feel me? Like, any regular young nigga, you feel me, that's just out there thugging, you feel me? I feel like that shit just regular. Like, I really felt like I was my own man. Like, I was taking care of shit, getting shit done. Like, nigga wasn't tripping off that shit for real.
What was high school like for you?
High school, that shit was cool. High school was cool. I made it through high school. In middle school, that's when I started fucking up. Like seventh grade, like, that's when niggas start getting like real. Like, I always been around that shit, but like, that's when niggas like start getting a real taste of thugging for real. Like, middle school, like, that's the first year I gave up basketball. Like, from like the first to the sixth grade, that's all I cared about was basketball. Like, seventh grade, I started caring about bitches and shit, you feel me? All this other shit, you feel me? Niggas just thugging, all the other shit. And I was finna fail middle school at a point. I had all F's. But the way school was to me, like, I was never dumb. Like, if I had all F's, it's cause I really wasn't doing my work. Like, it wasn't cause I was really trying and I'm stupid. Like, if I'm getting all F's, it's cause I'm really not doing my work. Like, I'm in the next nigga class, you feel me? I'm probably at the burrito truck or something, like, you feel me? Just thugging. But my mom, when she used to see the report cards, she used to be like, Cuddy, if you don't get this shit together, we gonna move out of Vallejo. Like, nigga, I don't know what got into you. Like, nigga, we gonna get up out of here. I used to always take that shit as a joke. Like, we on Section 8 and shit. Man, we ain't going nowhere. Like, oh, you feel me? I'm stubborn. I ain't knowing she's serious. Ninth grade come. I did good in the ninth grade, but like when my progress reports used to come out, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, beginning of the quarters, I always had bad grades. I always had F's and shit, but I ain't really gave a fuck, cause like, I figured out how to finesse high school as a young nigga. Like, teachers, they had makeup work and shit, you feel me? So what I used to do, I ain't give a fuck whole quarter, like, whatever. Like, last week or two before the report cards really come out, they passing out all that graded work over the whole quarter, and I ain't did none of this shit. It's makeup work, right? Yeah. You did this, that shit graded, you got an A on that, let me see that, nigga, you feel me? So I'm making friends with all the white people. Like, I was never like, you feel me? Like, I wouldn't know. A lot of niggas be racist. Like, I fucked with all races, from the Mexicans, white people, the Pinos, like, you feel me? I fuck with everybody. So, nigga, I used to have hella white friends. I ain't gonna lie. So that's how I used to finesse the high school game, like that makeup work shit for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Got you through it?
Hell yeah.
Got you through high school and everything?
Hell yeah. Nigga be asleep the whole quarter in class. As soon as that makeup work come out, nigga, it's on. Teacher be like, damn, like, ooh, you really smart when you want to. Like, yeah, I know, like, you feel me? I just, man, I'm going through shit, like, you feel me? Just gotta know how to play that shit. But in the 10th grade, my mama, she was going through some shit, like, she was in a hospital, and she was down there, like, dying. I don't know if the doctor, I still don't know to this day if the doctor was really trying to scare us, but they was like, yo, mom down there dying, like, and then we young. I'm asking, And the doctor, like, you feel me? Like, why? Like, what's going on? And I'm asking my grandpa and shit too. Yeah, like, they was like, nigga, stress, nigga. That's what happened when you stress your mommy out. Like, you been stressing her out. I'm like, cut it, that shit hurt my soul. Like, I was like, I'm doing this to my mom. I got her in the hospital dying off of stress. I still don't know to this day. When I go back home, I'ma ask her. But yeah, they was telling me and my sister, like, we was just stressing her out. Like, she just wanted better for us. Like, my mom, she used to always compare me to my dad. She used to be like, it was little shit I was doing when I was young. She used to be like, and you gonna end up just like your dad. Like, And my grandmas, they used to tell me that type of shit too. Like, you feel me? So, aunties, all that shit. So, I always tried to overcome that as a young nigga. I always tried to stay focused, hoop dreams, whatever, but that shit ain't never played out for a nigga. Like, for real. Like, I can never stay focused. Like, I had hoop dreams, but everybody I was with around me, like, ain't had no hoop dreams. So it was easier to, you feel me, fall into that lane, you feel me, all that other shit. Like, but moral of the story though, yeah, she in like 10th grade, when they talking about we stressing her out and shit. So as soon as she get out the hospital, we move from Vallejo straight to Benicia. I'm in the 10th grade. Like, this is my second semester, the 10th grade. I go straight to Benicia. Cuddy, I couldn't believe it. I remember the first day we walked to the office while they was in school. Shit, I'm like, what the fuck is we going here for? I'm thinking, cause me and my sister, we used to always go to different schools. She used to go to the good schools. I used to go to all the regular schools, like, you feel me? Vallejo High, Vallejo Middle, like all the little regular shit. 9th grade academy, all the little regular shit. Like, I ain't never went to no good school. I'm thinking we coming here to, you feel me, roll my sister up. And she signing my name and shit. I'm like, Cuddy, you got me going here? Like, what's up with you? Like, and when we go to sign up, everybody at lunch. So I'm seeing like what my atmosphere gonna look like. Cause I ain't see no black people. It's all white people. I was never used to that. When I was going to school, it was more diverse, but it was more my type of people there. You feel me? Like, Cuddy, I'm going there. It's all white people. It look like how high school be in the movies, like on some High School Musical shit, like on some old. You seen Blue Mountain State?
I have it.
It's a show called Blue Mountain State. It's a college, but that's that high school used to remind me of. Like, they used to, them white people, young, turned off real uppers, like turned up off them drugs, like beer ponging, like hella little shit. Like, that was a new atmosphere. That shit was crazy. Like, I was so sick. I used to be at that school every day. My hood down, hella low. You can't even see my eyes. Like, motherfuckers used to be scared of me up there. And I used to like slap boxing. I used to bully a lot of niggas. Like, I slap a nigga, like test him, like see if you wanna, you feel me? Niggas never on that up there, but like when I'm going to Vallejo, I'm used to that. Like, you feel me? Like, that's all we used to do is slap box. Like, that shit was regular. Like, that shit was fun. Like, niggas ain't never really got mad off that shit. Like, it was just like a sport. When I came up there, niggas wasn't that rough, you feel me? I had to adapt to that little weak-ass environment. But shit, that shit ain't changing, nigga, though, you feel me? I was still always in my city, like, all my niggas is from the V. That shit couldn't keep me away from my city.